Greetings from Lion Country Safari in West Palm Beach, Florida. If you like animals, especially African animals, this is a place to visit, in my opinion. Since it's called Lion Country Safari, obviously they should have lions here. But what is really the fascination with lions? It's, in my opinion, pretty boring animal. Those lazy butts sleep up to 20 hours a day and they hunt at night, so you cannot really see much. But I think attraction is because lion is a top predator in animal kingdom, at least on land. But I think attraction is also because of the popular culture. There are so many movies and books about lions and stories for children about lions, so maybe that's the main reason. As I said, I really don't see much attractiveness in looking at a sleeping animal. But as you could see from the line of cars ahead of me, people want to see them. My new friend, Mr. Ostrich from Africa, he is looking at me thinking, what should I do next? And now he's kind of pretending he is not looking at me. But I know you are, man, you are. Yes, making himself bigger. He probably wants to scare me. I cannot think of anything else. Look, I know you are big, and I'm here coming in peace. Don't have any gifts, but I just want to see. Yes, and you can kick my butt, I can see that. So, what will you do? And here we go, he's gonna attack me. Oh my god, I'm lucky my window is up. Otherwise, it would be pretty interesting. But it was not nice, man. I came in peace. Thank you and bye-bye then. Obviously he doesn't like my camera, what can I say? And look, there is a pickup truck painted as a zebra. I wonder why. Do they think that they will blend in and the zebras will get fooled? Or is it just for the visitors? Who knows? But anyway, the safari is about 50 years old. It's a not-for-profit organization on 320 acres, and it has about 1,000 animals, mostly from Africa and some from South America. And zebras are quite popular, as you can see. Yeah, the aggressive ostrich messed up my window, so hopefully we will see well. Look, rhinos, and they have a very poor eyesight. They cannot even read no entry sign, or maybe they are just ignoring it. And if I was a rhino, I would probably ignore it too. Who will or who would mess with me? Look how big I am. But kidding aside, rhinos do have poor vision. They are unable to see a motionless person at a distance of 30 meters, that's like 35 yards. They mainly rely on their strong sense of smell. So take a shower before you approach a rhino. And safari here, the organization does a great job of conservation. These white rhinos are actually endangered species, and there is not that many of them in the wild anymore. And it's really cool to be so close to them and really see the detail and how big they are. Surprisingly, they are not really aggressive. But still, who is the king of the road? Obviously not a person in a vehicle. When you see a rhino, you stop, you slow down, you give way. That's just common sense, isn't it? Las Pampas, South America. Let's go and let's see what they have there. Oh, this is a lovely llama. Be careful not to get too close. They are known to spit on people. It's a defensive mechanism, I believe. But they do look very cute. Oh, Kalahari. So it's Botswana, Namibia, South Africa. And another ostrich. I had enough attacks for one day, so let's move on. And there is a lot of antelopes that live in Kalahari, and they have a pretty good selection here. Some of those animals are really amazing, and since they are used to people, you can actually drive very, very close to them and observe how they eat and see them up close. And since they live in the desert, basically, they are used to find a shade during the midday sun. Even though today is not that hot, they still prefer to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce a Cape buffalo to you. It's a pretty dangerous animal. About 200 people per year die from buffalo attacks, but more people die from lion attacks. Nile crocodiles kill also more people, and maybe you will be surprised that lovely elephants kill more people than Cape buffalo. But who do you think is the most deadly killer in animal kingdom? Would you guess that it's a mosquito? Yes, about 1 million people die from malaria every year. Serengeti Plains, Central Africa, in the middle of the tropics. And again, we can see a lot of amazing animals, mostly antelopes, and we can get pretty close to them, and you can see people stop and watch very, very closely. And in case you were wondering how much it costs to get in, the price for adults is $39 per person. At the beginning I found it a little bit peculiar that you don't pay per car but per person, so it wouldn't make sense to pack your car with your family, neighbors and classmates and save money. It's per head. But later on I realized maybe it does make sense for them, because they have also a part of the park where you can walk and see small animals and even look at giraffes. So maybe that's a better solution for them. Obviously they wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't. And here we have wildebeest, also very interesting animal, and many more antelopes. As I mentioned earlier, they have about 1,000 animals in the whole park. And as I promised, here we are in the walking section of the park. One of the attractions, big attractions, is giraffes. You can walk in and you can feed them. They sell a head of lettuce for $5, I think. And of course you can make a glorious selfie of yourself or of a family member feeding giraffes.
2, 3, come on out, Azul! Oh, that was good and loud. I don't think he's doubting the audience today. And here he comes. This is Azul. And Azul is one of our blue and gold macaws that we have here at the park. Now, since you guys were a great crowd, he's going to wave hello to everyone. And he's also very handsome. He's going to twirl around and show off those colors. But he's also very athletic. He can hang upside down like any good athlete. Now he's smart too. What do all birds have in common? Wings, that's right. Now he has to make sure his feathers are always in the perfect place. Looking good. But sometimes he does have to be a big, scary, tough bird. Ooh.
And here in the walking section you can see many small animals in enclosures. There is a big exhibit of macaws, which are native to Americas. You won't find them in Africa, Asia or Europe. They live in rainforests and they are very colorful birds, and people are attracted to them, obviously. And you can also see, for example, a porcupine or some other birds, and it's a nice walk after driving around through the savanna, like a drive-through. And last but not least, some turtles, and they also have some reptiles, but I will not be showing them this time, because this is much more interesting in my opinion. And I thought I will show you also some native Floridians. Here we go. Yes, alligators. If you lived in Florida, you probably saw them in your backyard or somewhere in the neighborhood, because they are everywhere. The whole 1 million of them in the state of Florida. Unless of course you live in a condo on the beach, then you probably wouldn't see them. So I think this is it for today. I hope you liked the video, and thank you for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.